Be rocking tonight. There'll be a lot of Laker fans here.
Hopefully not. Welcome into Intuit Dome. I'm Adam Oslin for the first Clippers-Lakers game ever from your Los Angeles Clippers new and really first home. Going to be a fun night. The wall's going to be packed. I think it's going to get louder than it's been so far. And by the way, we're about to hit the midway point of the season. This is game 41 for the Clippers. Going to be with you guys. Hope we're coming through loud and clear. Never know with Jake sometimes, but I think we're good. It's good to be back.
Hey, chat, I brought this guy a water and a Diet Coke to welcome him back, but he can take that and don't put up
The
with
bar's low. The bar's low.
that. Yeah, you're here.
People saying there'd be Laker fans tonight. I don't like it. I don't like it. Well, hey, as long as they send them home sad, depressed, distraught, shattered, cooked. Yeah, the Clippers are healthy and ready to go. What's that? See, you guys see what
It's
I'm
called
talking
an oscillator. You know,
Oscillate.
for the effects. For those that don't know,
I don't know.
I don't just arbitrarily start playing with stuff, Adam. I'm a
Could have fooled
professional.
me.
Wow. Wow.
What's this button do?
That one pauses you.
Wow. Got muted. It only took about 1 minute in. That was quick. It is good to be back, Clipper Nation. Sitting next to the great Michael Thompson, by the way. One of the GOATs. Let's kick some ass. It's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum. And I'm all out of gum. That's right. Some say, you know what? Clippers about to blow out the Lakers, said King Charles. Hope you're right. Dominique Carter. Let's go, Clippers. Kawhi does not have a minutes increase tonight. Oh, I put in the wrong time. I like this edit button for certain things on X. Comes in handy. I typed too fast. I said the game tips off at 7. It's at 6. Let's take care of our house, said Tom Raines. We must protect this house. What up, Gabe? I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. Even though Big Bro was a little bit late, we got him here now. You weren't late. Carlo sounded the false alarm.
And now I'm out in the chat. I was late getting here. Set up on time, though.
That's all I said.
Because I usually get here super early. I see a lot of ugly yellow and purple down there. Look at that.
Aren't those your people?
I made the conversion, man. But you know what? Not today. Shout out Steve Ballmer for them checks, too.
Not today, Jeff.
That's right.
Tom Raines saying last year was the first time in a while that the Lakers won the season series. Yeah, it was the first time in a long time. Clippers had won 11 straight games against the Clippers before last year, all 11, with Coach Lue as their head coach. His first loss against the Lakers, who snubbed him and lowballed him for a contract deal with them. His first loss came last season. Do I think it'll have more energy than opening night? I do. Because people are a little bit more settled in. Opening night, it's like new arena. You're trying to get comfortable. Everybody's comfortable now. I think it's going to get really loud, guys. Like Big Bro when he sees his boy LeBron get really loud.
Okay, I'm not going to take that slander. I do not like that guy. Magic Johnson, Kareem, Michael Cooper, but come
Kobe.
on. Kobe, God rest his soul. But LeBron, I never liked LeBum,
Wow.
LaFraud, the crybaby. I can keep
Only the
going.
Lakers would get like maybe the greatest player ever and be like, I don't want him. Only the Lakers.
Yeah, Kobe set a standard. You know, I mean, come on.
Man, I'd say Mike can set a standard. Of course, he was doing that in Minneapolis, but we ain't got to talk about those rings. Yeah.
That is correct. Technically, the Chargers, yeah, I'm about to say, because they were in LA their first year, and
I
then
want
went
to
to
give
San
them
Diego.
back.
I wouldn't mind if went back to San Diego. And I love the Chargers. I love that city deserves that team.
How'd you feel about the Rams' victory today? Do you care about stuff like that?
There was no Rams victory. They lost.
How do you feel about the Rams losing today?
I'm cool with them losing. I'm not a Rams
Like,
fan.
you'd rather see them lose? Like, if you had a preference, like, do you really care? Is there a rivalry of the Rams both being in LA?
I have friends that are Rams fans, so I wanted it for them, but I couldn't care less if they won.
Do they get annoying and talk junk? Like,
Yeah, they put on
you guys are the second team type stuff?
Yeah, they put on their watermelon heads and they troll us, and I'm like, we got rings. What about you? Yeah, we don't have rings. We know. That's such a stupid argument. Some of these
You
people
use it a lot with the Dodgers, though.
No, I don't. Like, there's people that claiming rings. They weren't even born. Like, I was born in
That stuff's
'76.
so lame.
Yeah, I was born in '76. That's when they count.
It's like if you didn't have the night to celebrate it,
Thank you.
what does it matter?
Well, my dad gave me my first beer. Was it 4 years old when the Lakers won in '80? He's like, sip this. We're gonna celebrate. Magic Johnson going off.
Thought you were gonna say when they won in like '69 or something.
How old do I look? I am 48, Adam. I hate you. I quit. It was pass interference.
I didn't see it. Wait, that last pass from Stafford?
Shocker.
The pass from Stafford at the
Yeah,
end?
man, at the end.
I never saw a replay of it. That was controversial?
Yeah, it looked like pass interference to me.
Really? It's like 10-7. What up, chat? You enjoy the NFL conversation here? Oh, Kevin Kingslayer says, Adam family in the house. Da-da-da-da. Kevin Kingslayer, who hates LeBron James. He's not great. It's like, dude, it's one thing not to like somebody, but it doesn't mean you have to just completely deny greatness. Like,
he's
I could easily make the argument he's the greatest ever.
I'd say one of the
Easily.
greatest ever. One of the greatest. Michael Jordan's the greatest, and I'm Magic Johnson all the way.
It's way tougher to win nowadays than it was back then.
I don't know. Going through them Pistons,
Way tougher.
the Jordan rules. They
It lasted 3 games.
They don't play like that no more, though.
Man, I've gone back and watched a lot of those games. It don't look the way people tell me it did.
That's because you're blind.
They got guys with their hands down, they can't even be bothered to put a hand up on some of those jump shots.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, it's a tough watch. What is this shirt and tie combo? I don't know. Tell the lady at Men's Warehouse that told me to buy this.
I guarantee
it. The Lolly Lou said, hey, Adam, keep up the good work. 100 plus days and going. Hope we get a win. Let's go. I'm at 107 days straight of having new content here on Clippers Talk. What you know about that, big bro? 107 days straight.
I was going to say something mean, but I'm trying to change to 25. Wow. But you put out great content every day, Adam, and I thoroughly enjoy it.
What a hater.
I just said it was good,
big bro for you. He had to muzzle himself from what he wanted to say.
I still give you love. I could reverse it. Chat, I don't know how you put up with them for how many days? 107?
107 straight, please.
Yeah, run for your life, man.
Kareem has an argument in the GOAT conversation, sure. Winning titles and there's 15 teams just doesn't do as much for me. But he has an argument. He does. It's funny because people were putting Jordan above him before Jordan had as many rings. But now it's like, well, LeBron's got to beat 6 rings to pass Jordan. It's like, well, Jordan didn't have to do that to pass Kareem. He didn't have to do that to pass Magic. They were already saying he was the best when he had 3. It's funny how the rules change. I'm not even a LeBron fan. Oh my God, I'm not blind. There's an alternate universe where if Kawhi could stay healthy, he'd be in the GOAT combo. Jeremy Mormon said, "How you doing, Adam? Not too bad, I hope." Thanks for the coverage, but aren't some Clippers questionable? Well, maybe follow me at Follow Out of May, and you would have known a half hour ago that everybody's available tonight. I haven't heard. Let's see. The JJ Redick. Let's see on Anthony Davis because he was questionable, I think. I'm guessing he's playing. Oh, wow. AD is still going to go through his on-court routine before a decision is made. Dorian Finney-Smith is available. So we still don't know if Anthony Davis is playing, guys. I kind of just assumed he was with 3 days off, but is Kawhi on a minutes restriction? Yes. Get used to it. Show starts in 9 minutes. His minutes restriction has not been increased, has not been lengthened. He's still around 25 minutes. That's where we'll be playing tonight. There is a way to get him fourth quarter minutes, though, at 25. Not a lot, but some. I believe. I got Zoo as my player to watch. Spoiler alert. Big bro looked over at me like that was my guy. He looked over. He was so upset. You guys want to see Big Bro? Big Bro looked over at me like he's shaking his fist. You son of a bitch. I had Zoo.
That's my guy, man.
This is your guy. Get
That's
out
right.
of here.
Norm Powell. That's my player to watch. You heard it. You heard it, chat.
Way to go out on a limb. Guy's averaging 24. Don't give me those Devo eyes.
My lazy eye's, intact right now.
You ain't got no lazy eye.
I do. I really do, actually. You see these bifocals I'm wearing, too. I mean, I'm old now.
That eye's putting in work. Oh, Ice Cube comes on. Big Bro likes that. He got a shout out at the Ice Cube concert during a song.
I sure did, man.
It was pretty dope, actually.
my
I didn't
guy.
believe it when I first heard about it, and I watched the video. I was like, oh my God, he did acknowledge him.
I was sitting behind his brother. He's like, man, you might as well be his hype, man. Like, you haven't sat down. You recited every lyric. Then I'll do it again. I love Cube. He could do no wrong.
I don't know, some of those family movies.
I'm only talking about music. Anything after like Boys in the Hood and Friday, anything else is like, yeah.
Dada.
But the music, just amazing.
What's his latest album?
You hear it right now.
This song is pretty good.
Man Down. This is Ego. The remix with Busta Rhymes and Killer Mike, flawless. Get you some.
Everybody feels like breakout players from the opposition only happen against them. That's everybody in their fan base. Like, This guy always kills us. This guy always only does this to us. It's weird how every fan base feels like that, so it must not be true. Somebody lying. I gave you an update. Follow out of May. They're all available. Y'all big casual in it. This is like the fourth person in here to ask me. I mean, I'm not even the person to go to for that stuff, but today I tweeted it out. Typically, I'd say go to law. Amin said, in my opinion, the key to win this game is to kick the Lakers' ass. Hey, Dan. Mr. West. Daniel.
He said he was stepping up.
Thought he might be back. Can I pin it to the chat? Shouldn't have. All right. Everyone is available for the Clippers except PJ Tucker. You're right. I guess I could have done this. PJ wanted to play for a contender. Well, the Clippers look pretty damn good, PJ. I don't know.
I'll be nice. You already know how I feel about Mr. PJ.
Let's see. 23. Thanks, Datum. To Adam. Was that intentional? All right. Chill starts in 4. Jake stops talking to S in 4. So Jake stops talking to S in 4 minutes.
I just do it in your ear, and I know how to do it without it being on the air.
Illegal.
Not at all.
I'm calling the FCC agent. If you're the Adams family, I'm the Datum. Yeah, patriarch. Yeah, I saw people saying that. Brooklyn lost to both LA teams by 60. Oh, sorry, Goofy. Daniel, we're going to go to Carlo's interview the second segment. Cool. All right, chat. 2 minutes. I'm just going to guess Tyler would not be calling in unless the Clippers lost. He ain't built like that. Chat, keep me informed if you hear something about Anthony Davis. I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. At 99. Welcome into Clippers Countdown as your 23-17 LA Clippers are in game one of 5 games at Intuit Dome in 7 days. And it all starts against their former hallway rival. As for the first time this season, you could say, they face the Lakers. And also for the first time since 1999, they have a true home court advantage against the Los Angeles Lakers. And really, it's not like the Los Angeles Memorial Sports Arena was exactly built for the Clippers like Intuit Dome is. And it certainly didn't have the wall, which we expect to be a few decibels higher tonight against the 22-17 Lakers, who are right behind the Clippers in the standings in that 6th spot in the West. So tonight isn't just a crosstown rivalry game, but it has huge implications in the Western Conference standings as the Clippers continue to climb up the ladder after another victory in Portland on Thursday. The Clippers never trailed the Blazers and went on to win by 29. So when you combine that with their performance the night before at the Dome, which was a 59-point win over the Nets, their largest in franchise history, over a 2-day span, the Clippers tied the all-time record in NBA history for the highest point differential ever, with the Clippers winning by a total of 88 points over those 2 days. But if I know Clipper Nation, and I do, they trade all that for a victory over the Lakers tonight. Clippers and Lakers for the first time this season and for the first time at Intuit Dome. Tips off just about 58 minutes from now. Coming up here on your pregame show, we'll be joined by Grant Mona. We'll also have Carlo Jimenez on. That's next, as you're going to hear from assistant coach Brian Shaw. You're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Music sooner. Come on, my guy. The goal is to get like 30 seconds of music from the start to the end to when we break. So we got Carlo with B. Shaw here. Cool. Anybody got an update on Anthony Davis? So we're watching LeBron here, topside. Clippers taking on the Los Angeles Lakers for the first time at Intuit Dome. Tip-off is 58 minutes away. You're listening to the official pregame show of your Los Angeles Clippers. I'm Adam Moslin. Still to come, we're going back in time in Clippers Rewind, but first, we got to head over to your radio voice of the Clippers in Carlo Jimenez. Assistant Coach Brian Shaw there with Carlo Jimenez pregame as we're just 54 minutes away from tip-off here at Intuit Dome. First time Clippers taking on the Lakers in their new home. Coming up next, we're going back in time in Clippers Rewind right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Mm-hmm. Clippers and Lakers from Intuit Dome. Tip-off just about 51 minutes away. I'm Adam Osland. Welcome back in. First contest between these teams this season. First contest here at Intuit Dome with your Clippers hosting the Los Angeles Lakers. Going to be an interesting night. Coming up, we'll get your player to watch. We'll hear from Carlo Jimenez and Grant Mona will be here. But first, we're going back in time in Clippers Rewind. Almost 33 years here to April 19th of 1992. In theaters at that time was White Men Can't Jump and Basic Instinct. On the top of the radio charts at that time was Vanessa Williams and her song Save the Best for Last. And the Lakers and Clippers were in OT at the Forum. Yeah, unfortunately, Doc Rivers, Clippers player at that time, couldn't be the hero that day in 1992, April 19th of 1992. But what a game. You heard Lakers great announcer Chick Hearn on the call, Danny Manning all over those highlights. That Clippers team won 45 games with Danny Manning as their leading scorer. They would eventually lose in the first round to the Utah Jazz, a team led by Karl Malone and John Stockton back in 1992. Tip-off here at Intuit Dome. As I'm watching LeBron James at the free throw line. Oh, missed off the front of the iron. Some say his only flaw. Bit of his kryptonite at the charity stripe. Clippers taking on LeBron and the Lakers here at Intuit Dome for the first time between these two teams. Tip-off is just 48 minutes away, and up next, we'll get your player to watch right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. So word is Anthony Davis is going to go through his pregame routine, and then, and only then, will he be a game time decision. We'll see how he's feeling. Clippers have everyone available. The leader of the Terrence Mann fan club, Jose in Southgate, saying he's going to have his best game of the season. I wouldn't mind that. Ricky said, I'll be sad if they trade man, but if we get somebody in return that can make us better, I'm all for it. James Harden at the charity stripe on the other end right now for your Clippers. Amir Coffey out there on the left wing. Knocks down a three. LeBron still at the free throw line. Throws a lob to himself, tried to put it in with the left hand, couldn't get it. I can't believe he's 40. Got it with the right hand this time. Finishes his pregame routine. Clippers and Lakers from Intuit Dome. Tip-off just 46 minutes away. I'm Adam Oslin. Still to come. We got Grant Mona coming on. Also, from the Sporting Tribune. And Carlo Jimenez will be here, of course. But first... Tonight, I'm looking at Big Zoo of Ivica Zubac, who last season against the Lakers averaged 15 and 14. Did a really good job competing against Anthony Davis, who was a game-time decision in this one. Regardless, Big Zoo has to do a great job protecting the rim like he did up in Portland in their last victory on Thursday. I thought it was one of his best defensive games, the sense of urgency out there. The block he had on Scoot, then DeAndre Ayton gets the offensive rebound. He tries to put it up. Zoo blocks him. 2 blocks, 1 possession. Big Zoo has been a monster all season long, a big reason why the Clippers have the number 2 ranked defense in the league. I can't see the Clippers losing if Big Zoo has a big game tonight, but they need to find him as well. Make sure they get him involved on the offensive end, because you know how it works with big men. You get them involved on the offensive end, they tend to give you a little bit more on the defensive end. Clippers taking on the Lakers. Tip-off just 44 minutes away here at Intuit Dome. I'm Adam Osland, and coming up next, we'll fill you in on what happened on Thursday night, where the Clippers were up in Portland, as they have now won 3 straight ball games, trying to make it 4 straight during the start of a 5-game homestand here at Intuit Dome. Clippers, Lakers tonight from the Dome. The Dome is home, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. What does that look for, Jake?
Don't act like you don't know.
Because Big Zoo's my player to watch?
Yeah.
Tough S. Wow, Kaylee's got Zoo getting a 30-30 game tonight. I mean, he's my player to watch, but I ain't predicting that. Absent said, man won't get significant minutes unless it's a blowout. If it's competitive, he'll probably get like 10 to 12. Yeah, it's not a bad call. Yeah, that is a good point, F. How are they going to guard Ivica Zubac? Because lately, if you single cover him, he makes you pay. Now, AD should be able to. I spot 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. I spot around, like, I don't know, maybe 30 noticeable Laker fans I can see with the yellow right now. It's not too bad. That's not too bad. Clippers and Lakers from Intuit Dome. Tip-off 42 minutes away. Welcome back into the official pregame show of your Los Angeles Clippers. I'm Adam Osland. Still to come, Grant Mona will be here. We'll get to your injury report as well, and we'll hear from Carlo Jimenez. But first, I want to talk about the Clippers' 118-89 victory on Thursday night up in Portland. It was the second night of a back-to-back after the Clippers had won by 59 here at Intuit Dome on Wednesday over the Brooklyn Nets. Their largest victory, largest margin, scoring victory, largest point differential in franchise history. And then they won by 29, 118-89 the very next night against the Portland Trail Blazers. So you put those two scores together, winning by 59, winning by 29. That's a plus 88 over the span of 2 days. That ties the NBA all-time record for point differential over a 48-hour period. Incredible stuff from your Los Angeles Clippers, you could say. They're peaking heading into this one tonight. They just had 2 days off, but in that game against the Portland Trail Blazers, talked about it earlier, Ivica Zubac was stellar. Had a couple of blocks, just 10 and 8, but the amount of shots that he redirected in the paint, where he was just building a moat, patrolling the paint, making sure everybody knew he was a presence down there. It was one of his better games defensively, I felt like. And this Clippers team overall, where they were up by as many as 21 in the first half, it was down to 14 at the half. And then in the third quarter, they hit the gas pedal again. I really like the focus coming out to start that second half from them. It was one of the better starts. They immediately went on a 13-2 run. Big part of that was Derrick Jones Jr. He had 10 of his 13 points in the third quarter alone. And it wasn't just lobs. It wasn't just dunks or slashing to the basket. He knocked down a three-pointer. He knocked down a mid-range jumper. One of the better games from DJ against Portland. James Harden finished with 19, 6 assists, 7 of 16 shooting, just 1 of 8 from the outside, so he may be due from there. Another former Blazer, as I mentioned DJ, but Norman Powell also looked good back in the Pacific Northwest. He had 23 points on 7 of 12 shooting in just 26 minutes, 3 of 4 from 3 as well. Really, really good ball game, efficient ball game, as we have come to expect from Norman Powell. Then off the bench, Terrence Mann, 14 points. Some came in inconsequential time, but he helped the Clippers stay up big because he was really relentless with the scoring. Also had a really nice assist, I believe, to Ivica Zubac underneath the basket for a big throwdown in the third quarter. Terrence Mann in his 22 minutes, 5 of 8, 2 of 3 from distance, decisive, aggressive, assertive with his offense to get to those 14 points in the Clippers' 118-89 victory on Thursday up in Portlandia. Clippers back at Intuit Dome. They got their next 5 ball games here. This is the start of a 4-5 or a 5-7 nights, depending on how you look at it. Tomorrow, they're right back here taking on the Chicago Bulls. But there is business at hand. They're taking on the Lakers tonight. Tip-off is 38 minutes away. Coming up next, your injury report and Grant Mona. I'm Adam Osland, and this is Clippers Countdown on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
Vamos, Clipper Nation. Join us on January 23rd for our Noche de la Familia game presented by Jimenez. Together, your community celebrate the culture once the Clippers face the Wizards. Visit Clippers.com/Somos to secure your seats. Calling all Terrence Mann fans, Monday, January 20th is Clippers versus Bulls and Team Marion Ball here presented by AT&T. Arrive early and get on the first 10,000 fighters for your chance to score a Team Ball. Get your tickets now at Clippers.com/.
You guys want to see Amir Coffee? Top side, straightaway, three-pointer, bottom. He's playing around the world. Straightaway 3 again, drops it through. Well, he is shooting about 45% from there on the season, so makes sense. Amir Coffee stays hot. So far, I like the ratio, the turnout. I do not want to see more Lakers fans here than Clippers fans tonight. This is a big deal. Clipper Nation got to step up. Lakers injury report. Just gave a dirty look to Brian Seaman. He deserves it. Clippers and Lakers tipping off from Intuit Dome just 36 minutes from now. First ball game between the two clubs this season. Unusual to see that as the Clippers are about to hit the midway point. This is game 41 for them. First game against the Lakers this season. First game against the Lakers here at Intuit Dome. Welcome back in. I'm Adam Osland. Coming up, we got Grant Mona coming on from the Sporting Tribune. But first, let's get to your injury report brought to you by Prize Picks. Download the app today and use code KLAC to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game. The Los Angeles Lakers, Jackson Hayes is questionable. Anthony Davis is questionable. He's going to warm up and then make a decision on whether or not he is playing tonight. LeBron James is available for them. Still no Jared Vanderbilt. Still no Christian Wood for the Los Angeles Lakers. As for your Clippers, they got everybody available and ready to go tonight. Kawhi Leonard's still on a minutes restriction. I don't expect you to get higher than 25 minutes tonight against the Los Angeles Lakers. Tip off, 35 minutes away. Up next, Grant Mona from the Sporting Tribune. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to Clippers Countdown right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. You good?
Good.
Good.
Been running around.
Run around.
What's up, chat?
I'll give you run around. Everything's safe with you and your family here?
Yeah, everything's good. We kind of avoided it too. I'm not too far from Burbank. I'm in the San Fernando Valley, so
okay.
we had a lot of things open up, which is good, but one of the fortunate ones.
Yeah, seriously. I know Dime Dropper's going to be here tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to go say hi to him. I might give him some microphones because I have a whole bunch of tech that I just buy and don't use.
Nice.
So got to donate to him somehow.
He'll be at the wall probably?
Yeah, he usually is.
All right,
The supporter section, guys, tonight, pretty filled early. Like, they showed up.
How many Lakers fans do you think so far? I'm seeing like at least 30, 35, 40.
I'm seeing some. I saw some on the concourse, but, I think what we're going to have to enforce is the wall.
It's
Kick
going to
them out
happen.
of the wall.
Somebody's going to try to test the wall
No,
tonight
they
as a
will.
Lakers fan.
Multiple people
Try
will.
to infiltrate the wall.
There's a lot more red coats tonight.
Sick 'em.
Oh, yeah.
Blues said Kawhi 25 and 24 minutes coming up.
I'd like
I
that.
mean, he had 23 and 24. Why not?
We'll see if he gets to the 24-minute mark. Ty Lue said he's still at the same minutes restriction. I don't know what that means, essentially, but
I think it's around 25.
25, I'd say.
Which means there's a possibility he could play some minutes in the fourth quarter,
Oh,
I
yeah.
would think.
I would like to see that. I mean,
Yeah,
hopefully the game's out of hand in the Clippers' favor by then, but
that'd be nice. I do feel unusually confident for a Clippers versus Lakers game, which scares me.
you can't
But we
get
don't
too
even-
confident.
We don't even know if AD's playing yet.
Right. So it
So
was kind of a game-time decision, so,
obviously, if he's not playing, the Clippers better win.
yeah.
Clippers and Lakers from Intuit Dome. Tip-off just 32 minutes away. I'm Adam Osland. Welcome back in. This is Clippers Countdown, the official pregame show of your Los Angeles Clippers. Coming up, we'll get to an NBA out-of-town scoreboard, and then Carlo Jimenez will join the show. But on right now in our Media Roundtable segment is the great Grant Mona at GMona48. At GMona48 is where you'll find him on X. Grant. Thanks for joining me once again here on Clippers Countdown.
It's good to be back, man. It's been a while. It's good to be back here at Intuit Dome. First game for the Lakers at Intuit Dome, Adam. The buzz is here. It feels, again, like another playoff atmosphere, but thanks for having me on, man.
Thanks for doing this. Now, the Clippers, the last 2 games coming into this one, you could say they're primed for this ball game because they just won by a grand total of 88 points in their last 2 games. What have you seen against Brooklyn, against the Portland Trail Blazers that has made the biggest difference for these lopsided victories for the Clippers?
Defense. And I think, we talk about that all year, right? They've been in the top 5 all year. Me and you were talking about, can they get to top 10 before the season? They've kind of held up to what you predicted in the top 8, top 5. But I think it's the intensity, the focus, the effort, the professionalism. I think when you go against these teams like the Nets, the Blazers, the Jazz, it sometimes takes a little bit to give forth your best effort, give some consistency, give your intensity. And the Clippers have remained professional coming out of the halves, coming out of the third quarter. They have stayed intense. And I think that's the biggest thing. They do not take possessions off defensively. And I think the personnel kind of helps too when you have Chris Dunn, Derek Jones Jr., Batum that can stretch to be a 5. So, this Clippers team is playing some great defense.
Yeah, there's a level, you mentioned the word professionalism there. There's a level of professionalism we have seen from them and a locked-in focus. And I just wonder, they saw the upcoming schedule. They knew they had a 4 and 5. To me, it turned those 2 games against Brooklyn and Portland into must-wins because it's going to be tough. If you get the split now this week, you're still 6 games above 500, and they're taking on some difficult teams. The Lakers tonight are right behind them in the standings. They got Chicago that has been playing a little bit better this season, Boston coming up, and then Washington. So this is not an easy trek right now through the Western Conference, as it can be the dog days of summer at times right before the All-Star break. But this Clippers team, that competitive integrity is something I think Brian Seaman likes to say. When you're looking for that spirit and the right energy out there, they have had it, especially on the defensive end. They've also had a lot of hit-ahead passes and transition points over the last couple of ball games, where now the Clippers, they're second in points off of turnovers per game at about 21 per game. They have been playing faster in spurts. Selectively, they've upped the tempo a little bit, and it's led to some easy buckets this season.
Yeah, and I think a big part of that is Derek Jones Jr. being able to have him in transition. I mean, I can't tell you how many lobs I've seen here at Intuit Dome from Harden to Derek Jones Jr. Not just that, but Amir Coffey has been getting out in transition. These role players that a lot of people didn't really expect to take that leap, I think we're seeing a leap from a lot of these guys, career highs across the board. But when you get defensive stops at them, when you get turnovers like the Clippers do, you can get out in transition and get some buckets there.
Somebody is reporting here in the chat that Anthony Davis is playing. I'm not sure if that's official or if that's just a guess, an educated guess, because it's a big game tonight between these 2 teams for many reasons, including what we talked about earlier with standings watch. But what have you seen from this Lakers team so far this season? Because to me, if they have an identity, and the Clippers have been here before, their identity is consistently inconsistent. You just don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah, it's been a roller coaster for the Lakers this season, but I think that every time we look at these Clippers-Lakers games, Adam, no matter how the 2 teams are in the standings over the past 10, 12 years, they are usually close games. I mean, they're going back to Crypto.com Arena, but this Lakers team, they've been trying to get better defensively. They've been trying to find that identity over the past 5, 6 games. They lost it. Before that, those past couple weeks, they did find it. So I don't know which Lakers team we're going to find today. If Anthony Davis is playing, obviously that's a pretty big boot for them. But again, Ivica Zubac, I mean, he has played very well against Anthony Davis over the years. So I don't think Clipper fans should be worried. Get out in transition, lock down on defense. I'm curious to see who they put on Austin Reeves if Chris Dunn takes that assignment. I don't know, but I think the Clippers match up very, very well with this Lakers team.
Do you have Chris Dunn in the starting lineup tonight? Has that been released yet?
Ty Lue didn't talk about it at all, so I'm assuming it's probably the same starting lineup, obviously with Kawhi inserted in, so I'm not sure. I didn't even check. I don't think anybody asked him.
They did.
Kind of crazy.
Because he probably would have said, I can't remember.
I can't remember.
So it's either Chris Dunn or Derek Jones Jr. in the starting lineup for the Clippers, we assume. You mentioned Ivica Zubac there. Last season against the Lakers, he averaged 15 and 14 per game. He has more than held his own in those matchups against Anthony Davis, and he's even better this season with just the way he's been playing. He hasn't gone up against AD yet, who is playing tonight. That is official. Big Brother Jake with the intel here. Anthony Davis is good to go, and I think that was expected. But Ivica Zubac has a chance to go up against one of the best bigs in the NBA and really make a statement.
Yeah, and I think it's maybe because the Lakers traded him back in the day for that one guy. What was his name? Oh, Mike Muscala. That's right.
Clipper legend.
Clipper legend. I think Ivica Zubac takes that to heart. I think a lot of these Clippers players, Adam, especially Zubac, take these games to heart because, we can talk about the Battle of LA and how it's kind of dwindled over the years because of the star power, but, I think it's still really meaningful to this Clippers team. I think that you're going to see that tonight. You're going to see the stadium Intuit Dome rocking tonight. But, yeah, Ivica Zubac takes these games to heart. And I think it's that trade back in 2018, 2019 that kind of, I guess, boosted him up into this status.
No, it makes sense. You get up to go up against your former employer, and Ivica Zubac has been very good over the years against the Los Angeles Lakers. Kawhi Leonard, we saw last game, he got around 24 minutes, finished with 23 points, and was playing with much more pace. In fact, he was basically be the point guard to start that ball game against Brooklyn. He was bringing the ball up every time. To me, that's going to help out James Harden so much, but it also seemed to help Kawhi Leonard get into his offense and be more aggressive out there.
Yeah, and even in that extended run in the third quarter where it was like a 50-point game already, we saw him be aggressive, get to his spots, the quickness, the burst. A lot of people were talking about, Kawhi Leonard's never going to be that all-NBA guy. He's never going to have that athleticism anymore. He still has that bounce. He looks like he hasn't missed a step, but they are being very cautious. People have to understand that. Yes, he does look like himself, but they're bringing him along very slowly. But, man, what we saw in the last game, Adam, his ability to get to the mid-range again, finish over a mid-range with high efficiency, that's the Kawhi Leonard we're used to seeing, so it was good to see.
It looks like the Clippers are starting Derek Jones Jr., which I like because I think he gives you a little bit more versatility. He could end up on AD at times. He could end up on LeBron, Austin Reeves.
1-5.
If they try to hide him, they'll try to get him, I'm sure, on Max Christie, brother of Cam Christie, but it makes sense against a team like the Lakers, and Coach Lue talked about how he's going to rotate him and Chris Dunn. One of those two guys to start in the starting lineup tonight is Derek Jones Jr.
Yeah, and I think Derek Jones Jr., I think this Clippers team plays a lot better with him in the starting lineup. That's not to say that Chris Dunn should be out. I think that both of these guys are very, very critical to this Clippers defense, but his ability to be athletic, he can run the field. Ty Lue's even put him in the mid-range at him sometimes. So, I think that with Derek Jones Jr. in this lineup, along with Kawhi, along with James Harden, they have a lot of length. The Lakers have a lot of length. Even Max Christie, pretty big guy. So I think that's the right decision. I'm excited for these games. I'm excited for these matchups because we're going to have a few more. But, man, this Clippers team, I think them and the Lakers, they match up very well. And, again, they're right there in the standings, right next to each other. So these are very important games.
Before we let you go here, Grant, give me an X factor on this Clippers team. Somebody maybe flying under the radar that could have a big game or have a crucial stretch against the Lakers tonight.
I've been saying this, and I've actually been thinking about this for a while. Nico Batum. Not a lot of people are talking about his impact for this Clippers team on the defensive end, that connector. I can't tell you, Adam, how many times I've seen a rebound up in the air and Nick Batum's hand just slap it back to one of our players. So I think Nico's going to have a good game because, again, you can switch him 1 through 5, and if they want to play small ball against Anthony Davis or against the backup bigs for the Lakers, he's your guy.
He's Grant Mona from the Sporting Tribune. At GMona48 is where you find him. Any other platforms you need to be found, Grant?
Anything that's available right now.
Is
I know
TikTok back?
TikTok's down, but I'm at Money Mo Media TV there, Money Mo Media on YouTube. I'm on every platform, guys, but I appreciate you, Adam, for having me on, man.
Thanks for doing this once again here on Clippers Countdown. Coming up next as we get set for the Clippers and Lakers here at Intuit Dome, 23 minutes away from tip-off. We'll get to an NBA out-of-town scoreboard. That is next right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
You're the man, Adam.
Appreciate
Chat, be nice to Adam.
No trades.
Love you guys.
Thank you. Thought Carlo was here.
He was downstairs. I don't know what happened. I saw him.
Welcome back into Intuit Dome, where for the first time in the history of this rivalry, the Clippers will be hosting the Los Angeles Lakers from their new home. Tip-off is 21 minutes away. I'm Adam Osland. Coming up, we got Carlo Jimenez, but first, your drive around the league. It's brought to you by Toyota's electrified lineup, including hybrids, plug-in hybrids, all electrics, and even fuel cell electric vehicles. So you can choose exactly the type you need for your lifestyle. We make it easy. Earlier, Nuggets 113-100 over the Magic in Orlando. Nikola Jokic with 20, 14, and 10 assists in the victory. Wendell Carter Jr., 16 and 13 in defeat. In Miami, it was the Heat, 128-107 over the Spurs at home. Ware was 25 and 8 boards. Victor Wembanyama in the loss, 21 and 10. They do have Jimmy Butler back. Right? Why didn't they put his numbers up? Just 3 of 7 with 8 points in 28 minutes. Didn't matter. Big victory for Miami. Late third quarter in OKC. Thunder on top of the Brooklyn Nets, 89-72 with 2 minutes left in the third. SGA, who's going to be the MVP, has 25, 9, and 4 steals. In Milwaukee, Bucks leading the 15-25 Philadelphia 76ers, 79-73. With 3:25 left in the third. Giannis Antetokounmpo has 27 and 13 boards. Tyrese Maxey has 26. No Paul George in this one. Philadelphia trailing by 6 late third quarter. Clippers taking on the Lakers here at Intuit Dome. Tip-off 19 minutes away. And coming up next, I believe we have Carlo Jimenez on right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Radio Network. Jake, do you have any more of those cold Diet Cokes? Just playing, dog. I mean, the Lakers are a top 6 team, so yeah. Are people acting like they're 12th or something? They're literally 6th in the standings. They better know what they're going up against tonight. AD's playing. The Clippers better? Yeah, I believe so. The Lakers have a ton of talent still, and when they actually put it together, they can be scary. Guys, we don't need the vulgar stuff in here. XC. Let's do better. At least make it more creative. Daniel West said, I thought he was just talking about their defense. They suck on defense. Oh, Clippers taking on the Lakers here at Intuit Dome. First matchup between these two here at this building. First matchup between these two so far this season. I'm Adam Osland. Welcome back in. We are just about 16 minutes away from tip-off. Coming up, we'll get your keys to victory. Carlo Jimenez will join the show momentarily here as the Lakers take the floor. I'll flip around the laptop if you're watching at Clippers Talk on the YouTube side. They're taking a lot of grief from the wall right now, which is, of course, next to the visitors' bench. This is all by design, and the Lakers are getting their first taste of it. Anthony Davis, who is available, slapping high fives or low fives with his teammates. He is playing in this ball game. It was a game-time decision. So both teams pretty much fully loaded. The boos are raining down, yes, already when the Lakers came out. We'll see the Clippers coming out here in just a second. But this is a Lakers team that really struggles on the defensive end, guys. If you're wondering why they've had an up and down season where there are a couple of games above 500, as the Lakers now take the court, it is because they're 24th defensively. 28th defensively the last 10 games. Hey, Cam Christie leading them out of the tunnel. Followed by Mo Bamba, Jordan Miller, now Nico Batum. And, of course, K-Dot with the mix with DJ Mustard here playing in the building. This has been their opener so far this season. Clippers take the court. Lakers ready for this one as well. Tip-off just 15 minutes away. But this Clippers team, they do have a strength that is elite, and that is what they've been able to do on the defensive end. Unlike the Lakers, who even on offense, they're 13th. They're not a top 10 offense. The Clippers do something very well. They know what their identity is, and that is guard, and that is play great defense. They have, after last night, the second-ranked defensive rating in the league, your Los Angeles Clippers, and they've only gotten 4 games from Kawhi Leonard so far this season. And full disclosure, I did not think they could be a top 5 defense at the midway point of the season, which we're about to be at. This is game 41 by the Clippers. With that few of games so far from Kawhi, you're missing a 2-time defender of the year, defensive player of the year, and you're still the number 2 defense on the season. Speaks to attention to detail by this Clippers team, being locked in, playing 5 guys on a string, and of course, bringing in JVG, Jeff Van Gundy, hashtag JVG for MVP. This Clippers team, they have committed to playing great defense each and every night, and it makes me proud to be a Clippers fan, especially if that's what you like to watch. And to me, there's nothing better than see a team really dig their heels in on the defensive end, because it leads to a lot of offense going the other way and a lot of transition points, where the Clippers, they're second in points off of opponents' turnovers right now on the season, only behind OKC. They're getting 21 points per game off of opponents' turnovers. They're getting 17 transition points per game. They're playing a brand of basketball they told us they'd be playing this season, but some said, yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. We're almost at game 41. In fact, tonight is game 41. We're almost at the halfway point. By the time this game is completed, you got to say that defensive rating by the Clippers is real. There's a big enough sample size there. This is not some obligatory small sample size, preface it, hit the disclaimer. No, this is real. This Clippers defense, they're going to end up a top 5 defense on the season. I fully believe that. So they know how they want to play most nights better than the opposition does. And I think that's a big reason why this Clippers team has been able to thrive out there, as we watch Kawhi Leonard at the free throw line getting some shots up, as the layup line has dispersed a little bit here with the Clippers out on the court. But I know they've struggled on the offensive end. I know they're 22nd offensively. But I think that's where Kawhi Leonard is going to have the biggest effect on this team, because it's a ripple effect. You get him out there, it means James Harden doesn't have to do as much. It's not as taxing for him. He doesn't have to score and assist and bring the ball up every time. Last time out here at Intuit Dome, when they beat Brooklyn by 59, Kawhi Leonard brought the ball up the first few possessions. He was initiating the offense. It takes the burden off of James Harden to a degree he hasn't really been able to have so far this season, with that usage rating being so high at the age of 35. It's a problem. Kawhi is going to help them tremendously on the offensive end and also help them hold up on the defensive end the second half of the season. So there's a lot of reasons to be optimistic with the way the Clippers have been playing. And I truly believe this team with Kawhi Leonard, should he stay healthy, get the minutes back to 30, 35 a night, they are a contender to come out of the Western Conference. But you still need to rise up the Western Conference standings. And this is more than just a rivalry game tonight against Los Angeles Lakers. This is about beating the team that's right behind you and that is trying to chase you down. Clippers in the 5 spot. Lakers in the 6th spot in the Western Conference. The Clippers have to get victories against an opponent like this and against teams in general in the West because they have a bad conference record so far. And if you're tied with the team at the end of the season like they are with a team like, let's say, the Denver Nuggets, they went 2-2 against them. Well, the second tiebreaker is conference record after head-to-head. So they're in trouble there against Denver. They have to start catching up and beating up on Western Conference opponents. And the Lakers are one of those. So there's a lot at stake tonight. Standings watch, tiebreaker watch, rivalry watch, establishing that home court advantage against your crosstown rival, no longer your hallway rival. I know Clipper Nation is ready for this. I know they have been waiting for this. I know they're excited for this. And the Clippers have to start fast tonight. Something they've been doing to start halves the last couple of ball games, of course. But that was against lesser competition. LeBron James and Anthony Davis, 2 of the better players in the NBA, weren't on the court. This is going to be about starting fast against this Lakers team and just establishing your brand of basketball and your will to win out there and imposing it against the Lakers. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back. We'll get to your keys to victory, and then we'll have Carlo Jimenez on. Tip-off is just 10 minutes away here at Intuit Dome. Clippers taking on the Lakers for the first time this season and for the first time in their new home. The Dome is home, Clipper Nation. Your keys to victory next, right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. It's all right. None needed. It's all good.
Got one? Okay. Big bro, you mind turning the station down in my ear? Sorry. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Joey, I have your shirt. Good to see you, sir. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Who we got started?
DJ.
Derek, huh? Derek.
AD is, of course, playing.
Huh?
AD is, of course, playing.
Oh, of course. We wouldn't want to win and then let them have an excuse, Adam.
No, we would not. Clippers and Lakers tipping off just 7 minutes away here on Clippers Countdown. I'm Adam Moslin. Let's get to your keys to victory. The Lakers turn the ball over 3 less times per ball game than Los Angeles Clippers. They can win the possession battle that way. The Clippers have to be sound with the basketball tonight against a team that only turns it over 13 times per game. The Clippers also, they have to out-rebound the Lakers, who are a poor rebounding team, believe it or not, even with Anthony Davis. That is an area they struggle. They are a bottom 10 rebounding team when it comes to rebounding percentage. So the Clippers there can snag a few offensive rebounds, get a few extra possessions against this Lakers ball club. And you got to attack weaknesses. You got to pick at them a little bit. Austin Reeves is not a great defender out there. He can't be scrappy. He tries hard. But as we saw recently in a game against the Dallas Mavericks, they tried to ISO against him 15 times. Most times a player has been ISO'd on where they got him in switches and went to work against him. The Dallas Mavericks got that victory, and that was a big part of their game plan. The Clippers have to do the same thing. Just spam it. Go after those weaker defenders because the Los Angeles Lakers, they have a lot of one-dimensional players. Good on one end of the court, not so great on the other. Advantage Clippers. All right, here we go. It's Carlo Jimenez on the call. Clippers and Lakers from Intuit Dome, and tip-off is coming up next right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.